Hi, Blossoms. Well, we're back again, and this looks like it is the final week of 2021. Can you imagine? Wow. So we're going to do a quick overview of from December 27th through January 2nd. So we're just going to do a wrap up. Let's see what we have. Alrighty. All right. One shuffle through, one ringy dingy. All right. Here we go. Options. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. Okay. What it starts out with, I have to say quite frankly, is some things that have to be wrapped up, finished, decisions being made, and that's what this says. This is our two of crystals. Let me get closer to you so you can see it. And this is about options and choices, okay? But what's being held back, bad is being held back to good choices because there's too many choices that are on the table right now. And what I see is happening is we're starting to chip away. It's kind of like gathering the wagons, and they're slowly but surely nibbling and nibbling and nibbling at what's going on in the middle until there's only one option left, okay? And so that's what's happening this week. So there's still some interesting stuff going on behind the scenes. We don't know about it yet. Feels like it might be as big as this country, but it's some pretty interesting stuff. And some people are going to really be disappointed because they're tracing the money for all of this, and they might get their chonies in a twist over what they find. Okay, this is telling me that there's somebody who's been playing big shot, and I'm the big I am, and they're going to get caught. Okay? I'm disappointed. I'm upset because now they found out about me. Okay, so just know this is what's underlying. This is what's behind the scenes. Why? Because it's karma. It's meant to happen. Going to get found out, and it's been in a long time coming, but it's a major arcana card, so it's kind of like destiny. So just know that. And what are we finding out? Lies. All right. So much for not reading anything political. Pretty interesting. But if this applies to you in your home life, look for someone not telling the truth, okay? Because that's the card that means that I'm misrepresenting what it is you see. I'm going to alter what your reality is. Don't they call that gaslighting? Okay. So just know that some of that is coming out. Alrighty. Now, let's get back on a personal level, though. And this is telling me that friendships are being bound. This is a good time for you and your friends coming together, right? Three of Cups. This looks like people, and they're like hanging on to each other going, we made it. We've come through it all, right? So it's a positive card, positive outcome. And then this looks to me like financially things are starting to get a little better too. It's like it's not just healing, but it's starting to be nurtured and thriving. So this is a really good card, but it usually is close to home. So it's a little more local and not quite so global. So we're starting with our home environment, and then it'll spread out from there. All right, this card tells me that business stuff is going to be improving. This is a really good card for business, private business. Okay, so just know that. And it could be even the stock market looks a lot better because this is the outcome card. And what is that? Nine of Cups, wish come true, getting what you wished for. Right. So that's the ultimate thing, and it'll be starting the beginning of January. Okay? So that's a good card to get as the outcome card for our week. Now, this is a little bizarre. What I'd like to do is to run over a few questions that were brought to my attention if people are interested in what's going to happen, and we'll see what we find. But I'm going to show you the bottom of the deck right now, which is the Fool Child card. And this is telling us we are not at this time meant to shut down totally and not look to the future. We may have to shut down because of physical things, if there's a surge that goes through on COVID or something, but this says it'll restart. There'll be a new beginning. Okay, God protects fools and babies. So whichever God it is you believe in, know that you're going to be covered, right? Being encouraged to still look forward to a new opportunity. It's a really good card. Okay, it's a beginning, a new beginning. Lovely. All right, so let's have a look. One of the questions was, what's going to be happening with COVID? Good question. Who knows, right? Remember, I don't have any magical answers for this, but I'm also not a medical person, so know that what we're talking about is for entertainment purposes only, perhaps, but it'll give us some insight into what we think is coming quickly for us. All right, one more shuffle. Okay, this is the COVID stuff. Let's see. All right. Interesting. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. No, I don't know. What is Dr. Fauci? Is he a Scorpio? Oh, this actually looks to me like they're going to come up with something that is good for pregnant women. Okay, so right now they have their warnings. If you're pregnant, be careful or don't do this particular vaccine or whatever is going on. But this is just telling me that there will be someone that's going to have a breakthrough. This may even be in the Orient, right? And is going to be a solution for what's going on with COVID in females that are pregnant, right? Like I said, right now they're recommending that pregnant females don't take certain of the vaccines, but it looks to me like there's a there's a breakthrough for that. All right, what else are we getting? Still more explorations. This has got South Africa on it too. So there's something forthcoming from South Africa too. So that's going to be beneficial for us. The discoveries just keep on coming. This is creativity. This is about rebirth. This is about let's find answers, and they look like miracles, right? So the foundation has been laid, and so we're going to keep expanding on that. This is interesting to me because there's someone, and I think it's the one who's going to be announcing the medication for the pregnant females, is actually following their spirit guides. So this is a spiritual scientist. What a combination, right? But look forward to this because this tells me it's like somebody wakes up like Thomas Edison and he dropped he used to hold like a metal bearing, and when he dropped it, he knew he was in the alpha state where he could dream up solutions to things. Same kind of mentality on this particular person. Okay, this is a spirit guide card. So they might have been inspired to do their work by a grandparent or a grand uncle, grand aunt perhaps even, and so they are operating on the insight that they get through manifestation, that maybe even is meditations. So getting help from the other side, but seems to be a little more recognized than it was before, right? This is telling me there's going to be a breakthrough also through a learning institution. This is like for instance UCLA, and there's a doctor there that is having breakthroughs based on previous research, just like Dr. Fauci and his successes with HIV. This could be Fauci, and he's here to teach us something else. Lighten up on the poor guy, if you don't mind, because this is telling me it's a major arcana, and it's a gift that he has that he's trying to share with us. Okay, and too many people are causing him problems with that. This is a card about sharing information. So the COVID is increasingly being controlled by sharing information. All right, so this is different countries, and one is building on another. This is really good, and they're talking about it. So it's not like I'm going to keep it to me and I'm going to make money about it, but you're not. This isn't that at all. It's like, let's have a conference. We need to get together and discuss what's going on, because this is about finding health. This is not about competition, because this is my health card. So just know that that's the main thrust. And it looks like people that are involved in it are like friends. It's cooperative, right? This is a card that tells me that it's worldwide now, and we're all completing this magical turn of events. So I'm not getting, there's a lot of people that are saying, oh, 2022 is going to be horrible. I don't think so. We've got the Magician card here, and there's so many people that are on the brink of magical stuff that if we can hold on toward the end of the year, I think a lot of our problems are going to be solved. Looks like it here, right? This is the Magician card. That means what you think about, you can make happen, and that's what we need to do. More of us need to get together and start manifesting all of this stuff. Doesn't mean it's only a male energy. This is male and female energy, okay? Yeah, and there's little highlights everywhere, which means inspiration, inspiration, inspiration. And then when we tie them all together, that's when we find our solutions. These are really good cards, so I'm just, have a good look at that. Yeah, Mother Earth, time to start tending to Mother Earth too, because there might be something that turns out to be a medicine that might be a natural substance too. So it's not just some weird chemical that they put together in odd sequences, but it could actually be something that we find in Mother Earth. Alrighty. Okay, well, our other question is, what's happening with the economy? Like, who doesn't want to know about that, right? As volatile as the stock market has been, even if you're not invested in the stock market, it affects everything that we do from day to day. So we need to be abreast of what's going on. Okay, let's see. One more shuffle. Economy. There might be some restarts, new ideas about how to run our economy. That's the Fool Child again. Yeah, and it's going to lead to better grounding, more stable environments when it comes to finances and stuff. This is a hint about real estate too. So there's going to be a new start in real estate. It's going to take a while before we get to it. It's being delayed, and then it should be better. It doesn't look like a horrible crisis. It just looks to me like there's got to be some changes made first. Yeah, exactly. Sorry. Hard to talk and then see all these different images. Oh, yeah. So back to the economy idea. Yeah, what we're doing is actually filtering out all of the bullshit that's been handed to us about the economy. And it might take about 3 months for us to really start getting down to the bottom, the nitty-gritty of stuff. Because this is a card of we've been lied to too much, right? This is a card that says it's time for new beginnings. And this is a card that tells me with the new beginnings, we're going to have new structure. Okay, so there might be new ways of doing things that we're not privy to yet. So we're just on the verge of finding out what it is. It is surrounded by major Arcana cards, so I want to suggest that this looks like it has a lot of validity to it. Something started in November, December, so in the month before this, during the period of Sagittarius, this beginning was proclaimed. This is like having one foot in the straight world and one foot in the spiritual world. So it's a new way of looking at stuff. What do we need? What is essential for our progression into the next phase of what's going on? A lot of people talk about different dimensions, etc. This card is telling me that the world is changing. It's not the same world that it used to be. And this card is saying it's going to end up with a better balance for us, right? It has already started, so it's going to be hard to even hold it back. This is a real estate card, so it's going to have something to do with real estate too. But here we go. If you're going to dream about what you want to bring into your life, dream big. Thank you, Cash, but this is the dream big card. It is about what can I do. You can make choices that are now they're going to make repercussions throughout the world. So this is a big deal, right? If you are working with anything that has documents, you're going to have to be very critical All the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, because this is saying pay attention to your documents now. And this is even pay attention to what's going on in Congress. When they're voting for something, they're going to have all those tag-alongs that are going to screw up everything. So if you don't like it, you're going to have to voice it, right? Because that's paper, but it's like in stacks and stacks of paper. I don't know why, but I think that what Bob Mueller had to say about what was going on is going to come to the surface again, because this is his document, which is pages upon pages. So they might unredact a bunch of stuff, and we're going to find out more information about that too. Okay? This is revelation of things that we never thought we were going to find. That's happening this year as well. Yeah. This card is telling me it's time to stop letting other people make decisions for us. This is about being pushed around. You should do this, you should do that. If it weren't for me, you couldn't do that. Hockey. Okay? This is telling me it's time for you to stand up for what you know is right. Okay? This little card is telling me if you don't do it, the millennials will. So what we need to do is show them how to do it, give them a good foothold so that they have hopes and fears that lead them to positive direction. This is really good, but it's for our young folks, and which I can say, I'm entitled to say that now. So know that. Just know that the people that are coming up behind us, maybe even the people in their 20s and 30s right now, are going to make a big difference, but we have to show them it's time to speak up, right? And what did we say? New beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. So this is Ace of Discs. Okay? New beginning, new ways of doing things, new opportunities for us. So try not to get your chonies in a twist, because we have three major Arcana cards. Is that right? Four major Arcana cards and one ace. That's pretty dang good, because you only got 10 cards to begin with, and statistically you should have gotten one, maybe two. Pretty good deal. So that's on what? The economy. Okay? And there's going to be times when it totally pisses you off because it got all messed up and screwed up. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again, because we got the new beginnings a couple of times in the cards this coming year. You can do this. We can do this all together. All right. What's our other one? What's going to happen in the midterms? Pretty interesting. I don't know if you can hear it, but it is raining out there. Yes. Okay, what are we talking about? We are talking about midterms. There's really not too much to say about midterms. Better balance. Wow. You know, I kind of like this card because this looks to me like there's somebody who's going to be a person of integrity who's going to step forward. Now, I always feel like there's a thing about Biden that kind of like oversees everything, but this card is telling me that there are going to be more and more choices being made. Okay, I do believe there's going to be some important Republicans that are moving into position. There's not a plethora of them, but they're making an appearance. So I don't know where their strength is coming from, but it's like a Liz Cheney thing where she speaks up about things, and there's other people that say what she said I agree with, right? Because this is an authority figure that steps forward and says we have to do the right thing here. We're at risk. And I mean, even the health of the nation is at risk. That's bizarre. Okay. Yeah. It's funny, but we have to keep the young people motivated, because it looks to me like they're the ones that make the difference. I mean, the rest of us certainly can. Baby boomers, we still hold the power in the country, but it looks to me like young people are now saying, what does that mean? Well, why is that? You know, we voted on this last time. What can we do to make it better this time? Because this is getting your feet underneath you, getting rid of what doesn't work anymore. Let it go. If it's not working, let it go. Let's supplant it with something else. This is telling me the people will speak. So the same group of people that spoke last time want to speak again, right? Know that. There's going to be people that are in the streets that are giving voice to what they think is right, okay? I don't see it as fighting, but I feel it's speaking up, okay? I also feel that this is telling me that women are going to make more of a difference even in this voting than they did last time, and they were monumental in making changes last time. Why? Because we've learned our lessons, okay? We are learning it. We just have to remember to give voice to it, speak up about all this stuff, and join in with other like-minded people, right? So I like that card because what we're looking for is reestablishing the health of our country and reestablishing the power that lies within a democracy, okay? Major Arcana card. These are lovely cards. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 major Arcana cards again. So this is not accidental. This is happening for a purpose. Right. Lovely. Yeah. Now, let me read the bottom of the deck. Look at this. This is the reason I bought this deck. Absolutely the reason why. It is the star card, and it is the card of hope. So those of you that are worried, that are having sleepless nights or whatever, this card says, fear not, this too shall pass, and have faith. Okay? This is the hope card. Hope. Oh, it's also Aquarian card. Those of you that are Aquarians want to know. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Of all the signs, I think Scorpio, forgive me, that Aquarius make the best friends. Okay, they're the most loyal. What else do we have? Any comment on real estate? Let's see. Real estate sucks right now, big time. I mean, if you're a seller, great. But if you're trying to buy anything, you're pretty much out of luck. Wow. Inventory is low and prices are high. No deal. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Not yet. Money problems. Not yet. It's coming. This will be a better balance. But it might take, what are we in? It might take till November? It might take the year before things start to straighten out. Rats! Okay. Oh. But what I see is, well, that's nice. That's really nice. Okay. What I'm seeing is I just laid down 3 threes. And to me, threes are about forward momentum. So it started. All right. And it may have started because people even spoke up and they said, that's not fair. I'm not paying that high price. I am not paying $500,000 for a $200,000 house. End of story. And that's the past card, right? So we're already past that part, and I think that's what's happening now. Sometimes you can look at Zillow and there's houses that are actually even marked down. Now, not on a big scale, but started small. And I think that is because people don't have the finances for it, okay? So just know it. All right, let's see. And this is another 3 card, but this is a 3 that I always see. I see this as a little house. So it's not going to be the expensive houses that start selling. So you realtors, it looks to me like you might have to sell 4 little houses to get what you used to get out of one big house, all right? But it's okay because it has started. This is like a discus has been thrown, and we're going to start making advancement. It's going to start in small houses, small neighborhoods, right? So Beverly Hills, you might have to wait a while to sell that multi-million-dollar mansion. This card is telling me a lot of it's going to come through connections they're making online. So we're not going to house to house to house to house, but we are consulting Zillow and what is that, Red something or another, and finding deals, finding financial, actually it looks like it's starting to change already. So that's an 8, which means the change, when it starts, will happen quickly. But it might take 4 or 5 months before things start to really show up. Okay, we've got little ones that started, but for the really good deals, it might take 4 or 5 months before it starts opening up. Yeah. It's going to be a plethora of advertisements, though, because I know this doesn't look like it maybe to you, but this is the Aries card, which is April. What is that? 4 or 5 months down the road. So these could tie together. It could also be that you're going to see realtors just advertising left and right and having perks and deals and refunds and yada, yada, yada. And people are going, oh, I love that. That's great. Whoever has their face on the bus stop is who you're going to be calling, right? So not so much the celebrity real estate person, but it's going to be somebody that you can identify with or identifies with you. Okay, you're a small family, you're looking for a 2-3 bedroom house, yada yada. Okay, yep. And this card says probably hits full swing maybe midsummer. Okay, so keep your eyes open. It's a position of hopes and fears, something that you're going to really want, and then things will start to like pop occasionally. Okay? That's interesting. And that is the card of increase, the card of abundance, the card of the mother figure in the family, right? So this may even imply that there may be more homes that are available to single earner families, okay? So if you're a single female, you might realize that by year's end, you're going to start getting some opportunities for you to buy that little piece of property for you and your 2.4 kids, okay? Interesting looking spread for real estate, all right? Keep your eyes open. Right now, money is still not good. But I'm once again back to you have 4 major arcanas on the spread. So you're not hanging out there all by yourself. You are getting some help from the other side. That's what all those major arcanas mean. There's power from the other side that's coming to you. Yeah, and then here's more money. So we start out with the lack of money, being out in the cold, not being able to do it. And this is what we end up with. That's pretty good money. Okay? What do we got? Oh, just 2022 in general. Now remember, these are for entertainment purposes only, so. Too funny. I want to say thank you guys for watching this year. This is been a fun thing, and I hope you've enjoyed it. So if there's any comments that you want to make, by all means, make it at the bottom. Don't forget to like and subscribe, etc. Share it with your friends. I don't know what the algorithm is for this thing, but it makes me less likely to be edited and put back in a corner somewhere where you can't find it. Okay? All right. What's about general for 2022? Okay, well, what am I seeing? I'm seeing an older, white-haired man who's making some predictions about where he sees our world going. All right, let's see. And the last one. Let me look. Yeah. This I like, because we're coming out of the funk. Okay, thank God. All right. Here's our guy who's making pronouncements using his little crystal ball. Gray-haired, older guy, right? He knows what he's talking about, and he's going to say, I see that if we continue on this path, this is where we're going to be. And it's just being delayed, but it's coming. And what is it? It's the Magician card. Just because he's got gray hair and looks older doesn't mean that there's not a fire underneath all the snow, okay? This guy can get things done. And he's going to keep working at it regardless of what's going on around him. He's got a vision. And this is the manifester. This is the guy who can make things happen. Now, you cannot judge him by his time frame because he is using a crystal ball, you know. Right? But this tells me that he's going to get it done. This is the most powerful card in the spread. It's the doer card. It's not the I'll think about it and dream it up. It's I'll do something about it. Okay? This means that he has the population, the general population in mind. Okay, that's what his focus is on. How can I make the people that I'm responsible for more satisfied? What can I do to help? What can I do to build community, right? And he's also using the attributes of the female in our area too, right? So something's coming that's going to be to the benefit of women. It might be the Roe versus Wade thing or whatever, but this is telling me it's a concept that's near and dear to the feminine heart. Okay, so this is coming. It also means that he's getting the support of the females that he needs. This card is telling me he likes to relegate tasks to whomever is the best at it. So it's not a power struggle. Well, I got to do it. I'm the only one. It's like, this is what you do. This is what you do. That's what you do. And I'm the one who coordinates it. Okay? Therein lies the success, because that's what this card, it builds strength because there's a sense of community as a result of this. Okay? Is it working? Yeah, it is. Has it started already? Look, we're on the path to harmony. This is such a good card for being headed in the right direction. Okay? But it's not about me, I. It's more we. Let's do it together. Right? And when we get our own backyard straightened up, then we're able to help other people get their backyards straightened up. So this is a worldwide connection here. It's in the position of hopes and fears. So if we take care of what's going on for us, then we have better credibility amongst people in the rest of the world too. And that's where our influence is going to be, to the positive note. Right? Why? Because we've spent most of the year uncovering lies and deceit. Okay, so this is good. It's also telling us that we can rediscover what was hidden. Okay, because sometimes that tells us about stuff that's hidden. It's really. I also think they're going to start something that has to do with the ocean. So that might be where a lot of the I'm losing my words right now. They just start making improvements in what's going on in our oceans, right? So that might be where it starts. So if there's something that happens in one of the oceans and people have to stand back and go, what are we doing? It's going to cause a breakthrough that is going to lead to better resolution. Okay, so hope that's clear. Let's see, what do we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 major arcana cards. I don't know what to tell you, but we've got 5 different questions, and they're all talking about this number 4. And number 4 is about reestablishing. Okay, it's sometimes the Aries card, but it is about forward momentum, and this is what we need to focus on. We are getting there. It has already started, and bit by bit, we will arrive. Yeah. Good beginning. All right. So not to worry if some of this stuff seems to fall by the wayside. There's going to be new starts, new beginnings, new opportunities for success. Okay. All right. So if you have any questions, have any questions, let me know, and we'll see what we can cover. So I hope you all had a Merry Christmas, and I wish the best for you in the coming new year. Blessings to everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.